to talk about why high schools should supply free condoms. So you're 16 years old and it's prom night, the biggest night of your life. You have been preparing for this night for months now. You and your boyfriend have talked about having sex on prom night, and you want to be safe and use a condom, but you're not sure, how your boyfriend feels about it. So why should high schools supply free condoms? So our problem here is that the information and birth control information is not sufficient enough. And according to the CDC, in 2015, 229,719 babies were born to teenage girls 15 to 19 years old. And in 2017, 46% of our teenagers that were having sex did not use a condom last time they were having sex. And so this means that there's the increase in unintended pregnancies, abortions, healthcare costs go up for taxpayers. And according to the CDC, there were 21% of new diagnosed cases of HIV and 20 million cases of sexually transmitted infections were reported among children 15 to 24 years old. Now, as parents, we think, oh, that's never going to be my kid. It's not going to be my kid that gets a girl pregnant or gets that sexually transmitted infection, but it can happen to any of our children. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not here to promote free condoms. I'm just here to promote safety for that 46% of our children that are having sex. If we have the right tools, the right education, we can bring down the teenage pregnancy rates, we can bring down the STI rates. Now, there is an alternative solution, and that would be contacting our Idaho legislator to get them to have sex education courses in schools. Because according to the Idaho legislator, they want family and churches to be involved, where I think that's great, but there are many teenagers who cannot talk to their parents, who won't talk to their parents, and I think that if we have our schools get involved, where they have teachers that our kids respect the teachers, then that can help bring down those rates. It's all about educating. We need to educate our children about pregnancy, about sexually transmitted diseases. We need to let our children know that they can talk to us or talk to their teachers about these issues. Now, Dr. Richard Goudeau, he is a specialist and he specializes in adolescent health care, and he said this quote that it's true. He says that abstinence works for some teens, but the idea that most teens will wait to have sex indefinitely is rigid and impractical. The way we live today is so much different than how I was raised and how my parents were raised. So we have to evolve with how our children evolve. Now, I want you to understand that I am not promoting sex in any way, and I just want to show that Idaho ranks number 36 in teen pregnancy, and New Hampshire is at 50, which means they have the lowest score. New Hampshire teaches teenagers about sex and about violence, unprotected sex, strategies for how to deal with those pressures, unprotected sex, and about date rape. And I feel that if we promoted this stuff in our schools, it would help our teenagers greatly. Now, if our kids have access to free condoms, then that will eliminate unintended pregnancies. It reduces the rates and spreads of that sexually transmitted diseases. And if condoms are used correctly, they do protect against HIV, AIDS, pregnancy, and hundreds of sexually transmitted infections. So condoms are not 100%. We all know that. And I just wanted to say that according to the CDC, that condoms provide an an effective barrier against even the smallest STI pathogens. So they do, they work. It helps more than it does not help. So now that you have enough information about high schools and why they should supply condoms, what do parents think? What would they say about this? Well, free condoms will make my kids think that having sex is okay, or condoms stop procreation and that's against my beliefs. So I want you guys to just sit there for a moment and think about what I've just said. Now I want to tell you a story. So my junior year of high school, my best friend Tabitha got pregnant. And at first she was scared. And she started letting people know, telling people, and everyone's like, oh yeah, we'll be there for you, we'll support you. And as months went on and she started to show, people stopped talking to her, they stopped hanging out with her, and then rumors started to spread, and she started to get depressed. She was pregnant, 17, in high school, and she had no friends, and there were just all these rumors about her going around. And so I just want to protect our children from having to go through the same thing that my friend Tabitha went through. And I want to let you know that she did finish her junior year. She had her baby in the summer, and she dropped out. She did not come back to high school for her senior year. So I just want to, again, let's just educate our children about making the right choices about sex, and when it comes to sex, and if they're going to have sex, to use condoms and to be smart about it. And to remember that teenagers who do have sex are at a higher risk for pregnancy and for sexually transmitted diseases, HIV, AIDS. And if high schools gave our students the condoms, then it could help reduce those rates dramatically. And if you want to make a difference in your child's life or your child's school, you can contact Janine. She is with the West Ada School District, and her phone number is 208-855-4500. And I want to say one more thing before I end this conversation today, and I just wanted to say that don't forget that you were a teenager once and all those pressures that come with it. Thank you.